Over the past few years, Golden State Warriors fans have been asking this front office to go all in around Steph Curry. Trade the picks, trade the young players, do whatever it takes to maximize the final years of one of the greatest players in NBA history. Well, after missing out on LeBron James, a new blockbuster trade proposal has gone viral on Bleacher Report. Here's the trade. Golden State receives Lauri Markkanen and John Conchar, while Utah receives Jimmy Butler, Yaxel Lendeborg, and 3 first-round picks. On paper, it sounds like exactly what this team needs. A 7-foot all-star forward, an elite shooter, a perfect offensive fit next to Steph Curry. But then you see what Golden State has to give up. Jimmy Butler, Yaxel Lendeborg, and 3 future first-round picks. Honestly, I think this would be one of the biggest mistakes the Warriors can make. Not because Lauri Markkanen isn't a good player, he is, but because of the timing, the cost, and what those assets could potentially become. Because if the Warriors are finally ready to go all in around Steph Curry, they have to make sure they're going all in for the right player. So without further ado, let's roll the intro. Yo, what's up guys, Jason here, back with a new video. If this is your first time watching, I cover the Golden State Warriors every single day on YouTube, along with other NBA news, trades, and rumors on YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikTok. If you're a basketball fan, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, because you don't want to miss any of my future upload. Now, before we talk about why this trade would be a disaster, let's talk about why Golden State would even consider it. Because honestly, the basketball fit makes a lot of sense. Lauri Markkanen is exactly the kind of player the Warriors would love to have. He is 7'1". He is one of the best shooting big men in the entire league. He can knock down threes. He can attack closeouts. He moves very well without the basketball. And most importantly, he's not ball dominant whatsoever. That is exactly what you want next to Steph Curry. And after missing out on LeBron James, the Golden State Warriors still need help on the offensive side, especially because Jimmy Butler is going to miss at least the first half of the season. Golden State cannot afford to waste months of Steph Curry's prime waiting for players to get healthy. They need immediate production, and Lauri Markkanen provides exactly that. He can step in right away. He can take pressure off Steph Curry. He can give this team another reliable scoring option. So I understand why the Warriors have interest. The problem isn't Lauri Markkanen. The problem is everything else. Because here's one thing Golden State has to consider. Do they really need one more player with Lauri's skill set? Don't forget, the Warriors already made a major move this offseason by bringing back Porzingis. And stylistically, these two players are very similar. Both are 7-foot shooters. Both can stretch the floor. Both can punish defenses from the perimeter, and both provide elite spacing from the front court. And obviously, having both players healthy will create some terrifying offensive possibility. Imagine Steph Curry playing next to Porzingis and Markkanen. That spacing would be ridiculous. But the question is that what this Warriors team actually needs? Because Golden State's biggest problem haven't been shooting. And it's not front court size either, given they have Porzingis, Horford, Lendeborg, Draymond Green, and Charles Bassey. They have been perimeter defense, athleticism, reliable scoring off the bench, and staying healthy. Porzingis already comes with major injury concerns. In his career, availability has been one of the biggest question marks surrounding him. Now you're potentially adding one more 7-footer with a similar profile. If both players are healthy, this offense could be incredible. But if injuries happen, you've invested a massive amount of resources into two players who fill a very similar role. And that is exactly why I question whether this is the smartest use of Golden State's assets. With that being said, let's now talk about the biggest issue, the trade price. Once again, here's the trade. The Warriors receive Lauri Markkanen, John Conchar, while the Jazz receive Jimmy Butler, Yaxel Lendeborg, and 3 first-round picks. In my opinion, that is an enormous package, especially when you consider what kind of player teams usually give up this much for. When you're trading this many assets, you're usually getting a franchise-changing superstar, somebody who is able to completely change your championship ceiling, someone like Giannis, someone like Luka Doncic, or perhaps someone like Jaylen Brown. Lauri Markkanen is a good player, but he is not at that level yet. He is an all-star. He is a great second option. But is he worth sacrificing almost every major asset the Warriors have? That is exactly where I have my questions. But putting that aside, this is where the biggest problem comes in. The timeline. Lauri Markkanen still has 3 years left on his contract. This isn't a one-year rental. You are making a long-term commitment. But look at Golden State's current contract situation. Let's put Jimmy Butler aside because he is going to be gone in this trade. Steph Curry has 1 year left on his deal, and Draymond Green has 1 year left. Essentially, the entire championship core is basically entering a 1 year window. So why would you trade away your future before you even know what Steph Curry wants to do? Because this trade only makes sense if Steph is committed. I don't think the Golden State Warriors should make this move unless Steph Curry signs an extension first. Imagine the worst case scenario. You trade away Jimmy Butler, Yaxel Lendeborg, 3 first-round picks. Then next summer, Steph decides he doesn't want to continue because this team isn't good enough to compete. Now what? You lose your franchise player. You lose draft capital. That is the kind of situation the Golden State Warriors have to avoid. And then there is the Yaxel Lendeborg part of this trade. Honestly, this is the piece that bothers me the most. The Warriors just took him 11th overall a few weeks ago, and right away he showed promises. He won Summer League MVP, he looked NBA ready, he showed excellent basketball IQ. So why are we talking about trading him? The Golden State Warriors spent years trying to develop young players. Jordan Poole, Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, James Wiseman. That entire youth movement didn't work out the way they hoped. Now they finally have a young player who looks like he could help right away, and they're considering moving him before he even plays an NBA game? That doesn't make any sense. If Lendeborg becomes the player the Warriors believe he can become, his value could be much higher a year from now. This trade feels like you are selling an investment before even seeing the return. And then lastly, there are those 3 first-round picks. This is where Golden State has to be extremely careful, because once those picks are gone, they're gone. Those picks are some of the only major assets the Warriors have left, and the NBA changes quickly. Every year, a star player becomes unhappy, a team decides to rebuild, a player becomes available unexpectedly. Those opportunities happen all the time. The Golden State Warriors have been criticized for being too conservative with their assets. They held onto picks, they held onto young players, they refused to make the massive swing. And now, after missing out on LeBron, they're suddenly willing to give up 3 first-round picks for Lauri Markkanen? That doesn't feel like the right timing. If you're going to empty the asset cupboard, make sure it is for somebody who changes everything. If I'm Golden State, I will be patient. First, get clarity on Steph Curry's future. If Steph signs an extension, then you know you have commitment. Then you can aggressively search for the right superstar. Maybe somebody becomes available at the trade deadline. Maybe one more star player requests the trade. Maybe the market changes. But right now, the Golden State Warriors don't need another good player. They need the right player. Because this might be the final opportunity to build a championship team around Steph Curry. But again, that's just my opinion, and I want to hear from you guys. If you were the Warriors front office, would you do this trade? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Alright guys, that's all we got for today's video. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and follow me on social media, all links below in the description box. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.